Title: The Echoes of Eldermoor ***. In the small town of Eldermoor, nestled between crooked mountains and engulfed by dense, whispering forests, time had a way of standing still. The townspeople lived quiet lives, aware of the peculiar shadows that danced in the woods, ignoring the warnings woven into the fabric of their history. Strangers seldom dared to step foot into Eldermoor, for it was said that the forest was a portal to other realms. Realms where time had no meaning and entities beyond comprehension lurked in the mist. 17-year-old Mara Larkin was one of the few youngsters who dared to venture into those woods. While others stayed back, lulled by tales of specters and lurking danger, Mara found herself captivated by the eerie beauty of Eldermoor Forest. The shadows were not threats to her, they were mysteries to unravel. Her curious nature often led her to explore paths overgrown with ferns and to seek the glow of fungi that sparkled like stars amidst the underbrush. One autumn evening, as dusk blanketed the town in hues of crimson and indigo, Mara felt an irresistible pull toward the heart of the forest. Armed with her flashlight and an insatiable desire for adventure, she slipped out of her house and into the embrace of the trees. As she wandered deeper, the chirping of crickets faded, replaced by an unnatural silence. The atmosphere thickened, and an odd chill tingled on her skin. After what felt like hours, Mara stumbled upon a clearing, bathed in silvery moonlight. In its center stood an ancient stone altar, worn by the relentless passage of time and etched with symbols that whispered of a language long forgotten. Mesmerized, Mara approached the altar, runes glowing faintly under her touch. The air felt charged, like the moments before a storm. She'd heard the tales, the warnings. The echoes of Eldermoor would stir if disturbed. Suddenly, a faint hum reverberated through the clearing. It began as a whisper and swelled, rising into a haunting melody that intertwined with the rustling leaves. From the depths of the shadows, figures began to materialize, translucent beings with eyes that sparkled like galaxies. Their forms shifted and blurred, resembling both humans and creatures beyond imagination. Mara felt her heart race in equal measures of fear and wonder. "Join us," a soft voice beckoned, melodious yet unsettling. The beings drew closer, their ethereal arms inviting Mara to step into their world. "I'm not afraid," she declared, her voice trembling as she fought the impulse to flee. "Not afraid?" The beings echoed in unison, their voices swirling around her like a gentle breeze. "But you should be, dear child. This is not an invitation, it's a reckoning." Before she could comprehend their words, the clearing shifted. The trees bent at impossible angles, and the air thickened. Mara felt herself being pulled toward them, her body betraying her instinct to escape. She gasped, the beauty of the entities morphing into something darker, more primal. Their mouths stretched into smiles that revealed rows of sharp, glimmering teeth. With every curiosity comes a consequence, the figures hissed, their eyes glinting with a hunger that chilled her to the bone. "To understand our world is to embrace the eternal. You may walk on the edge of both realms, but here you will remain forever." Mara struggled against an invisible force, clawing at the ground as she shouted, "No. I want to go home." The echo of her voice reverberated, imbued with desperation and terror. The beings began to merge into a swirling tempest of luminescent energy, their forms solidifying into grotesque reflections of themselves. "Home," they crooned, their voices a cacophony of laughter and sorrow. "You belong to us now, Mara." In a sudden surge of will, fueled by the ferocity of her spirit, Mara recalled the stories told by her grandmother. Those lost to Eldermoor's echoes were claimed by despair, their souls trapped in the limbo of another realm. She shouted into the darkness, "I refuse you. I choose my own destiny." Suddenly, the clearing erupted with light. The entities shrieked, their forms fracturing like glass. Mara felt the pull weaken, and with a final cry, she tore herself free of the supernatural grip. She bolted through the trees, branches snapping against her skin, fear propelling her forward. As she breached the forest's edge, the air lightened, and the night sky opened up above her. Mara stumbled into the safety of her home, collapsing at her doorstep. Her heart hammered in her chest, the echo of the otherworldly entities lingering like a dark whisper in her mind. The following morning, Eldermoor still lay quiet under the morning sun. But Mara knew better. Supernatural echoes wove through the fabric of the town, and she had peered into depths too profound for her young heart to bear. a timeless warning echoing in her soul, forever keeping the woods at bay.